What's up, YouTube? It's Robin Banks here, and I got a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you guys. It was just a random match that I had. It was around the time that I got my shiny Dialga off the GTS, and I wanted to use it in a battle. And I was watching Sacred Fire Nego's stream, and he was giving away Lugia. I didn't win, but I had a chat with the person that did win. You might know him as Jamin498, and I hit him up, and I said, let's just have a battle with our Legendaries, and then we'll just add 5 random Pokemon around the team. And he agreed, so that's exactly what we did. So if you look at the team preview, we each got them Legendaries. Mine's shiny, but whatever. And I just threw together some random guys that I was trying out at the time. This match was a while ago, and he brought some stuff too. So looking at the team preview, and as long as I get rid of that Scrafty and that Zoomro, Houndoom is gonna wreck this team. So that's pretty much my mindset going into the game. So without further ado, let's just get right into the battle. So I didn't know what he was going to start off with. He's going to end up starting off with that Bayonet. And I'm going to end up starting off with that Infernape. And I started off with Infernape just because I knew it was faster than everything on his team. And if I didn't like the matchup, I can just go for that U-turn and get some switch initiative. Now the Bayonet's obviously going to Mega Evolve. And if I wasn't a fire type, I most likely would have hard switched right into the Houndoom, just because I know these Bayonets like to do Will-O-Wisp, and I would have got a nice Flash Fire boost. But because I'm a fire type, I know he's not going to go for it, so I'm just going to U-turn into my Houndoom instead, which was like the safest play, because Bayonets really can't do anything to Houndooms. Like I said, you know, they have Shadow Sneak usually, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp. The only thing it could really do is probably Priority Destiny Bond. But we'll get to that bridge when we get there, because I have some tricks up my sleeve as well. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve. I didn't want to predict anything, just because I had never played Jammer, never seen him play, so I didn't know if he was a good predictor or not. I didn't know what kind of player he was, so I'm just gonna go for the Dark Bolts. I got a crit, which it really didn't matter. So yeah, he's gonna switch to the Zoom Roll. It's not gonna do anything. I don't want to take an Aqua Jet from this thing. That's gonna be what's scaring me out at the time. And he's gonna go for the Power Up Punch, which is pretty new. I never seen that on a Zoom Roll, but I guess it works out here. I can see that his Life Orb is not Choice Bandit, and I'm gonna go straight for the Giga Drain just in case he wants to stay in. But he's gonna predict that, and so now I see what kind of player he is. He's making some good predictions at the moment, and I'm gonna switch out of my Sceptile on this thing because sometimes these things have Infiltrator. So if I go for the sub and he goes for the U-turn, I'm pretty much going to lose my Sceptile, or at least get it in the red, which I don't want to happen either. So I'm going to go into my Houndoom because this thing cannot touch me except he has Swagger. That's TM87. And yeah, that's going to suck because I hate confusion hacks. I honestly should have probably stayed in here and try to fight through the hacks, but instead I'm going to go into my Weezing. Just thinking that it can't really do anything to me. I mean, he could have swaggered again, but whatever. He goes for the Leech Seed, and that's not too big of a deal. And one of the other reasons I went into Weezing was because now that Whimsicott is a fairy type, it has that 4 times weakness to poison, so I wanted to try that out real fast. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Sludge Bomb. I didn't want to predict anything at this time. It's still relatively early in the match, not too early, but it is early. And I'm gonna poison that Latios, that Lugia. The fuck am I talking about? So I'm gonna poison that Lugia while I'm off it. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna poison it with the Sludge Bomb. It was pretty lucky because Lugia is really bulky. So yeah, that's gonna help out. So he's gonna get that poison damage. Didn't really do much because of the the Leech Seed. And I wasn't sure if he had set this thing up competitively yet, like AV spreads, competitive moves, because I know I did moves because I had TMs, but I did not EV my Dialga at all, as he goes for that Aero Blast, and it does look pretty nice. It kind of comes from his neck though, but whatever. The best Aero Blast for sure is Gen 2. If you ever played Gold and Silver and use Aero Blast, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's one of the few moves that look better in the previous gens, but whatever, I digress. He's gonna switch into that Bayonet because he can't do anything to my Dialga. I go straight for that Flash Cannon and it brings it to the red, but it doesn't kill, which is pretty annoying. Not gonna lie, he's gonna go for that Will-O-Wisp on my Sceptile. Not too big of a deal. My Sceptile's really a special attacker, but it would have been nice to just have this thing out of the way, honestly. So he's gonna switch out because I'm faster. I mean, he could have Shadow Sneaked, I guess, but whatever. So he's gonna switch out, and I kind of predicted it. So I'm gonna, oh no, I did not predict it, never mind. I went for the Giga Drain. It's gonna be next turn where I use the other move. So I go for the Giga Drain, just trying to get rid of that bait net, but he switches into the Lugia. A bunch of half a turn effects. So Lugia looks pretty sick in this gen. Really liking the graphics. And I'm gonna go for the Rock Tomb. If you've seen my one of my other battles, I think I showed my new move. I don't use Rock Tomb anymore on it. Because as you can see, that did nothing, even though he's burned. And yeah, he's gonna go for that nice Aero Blast, and that's obviously a dead Sceptile. So Sceptile's gone. And yeah, Lugia is putting in some work right now, but it's that nice red right now. So I'm gonna go into my Articuno, my favorite of the legendary trio. And I know it sucks competitively, which is why I brought it in this battle, since it was just a random match and not a real competitive battle. So I'm gonna go for the Angel Power, hoping to get the stat boost, and of course I never get it. So yeah, I don't get it again. And it's going to go into this Grafty, which is named Caillou. And I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam just to see how much it's gonna do, and it did not that much. And he's gonna go for the Drain Punch, and it's gonna do way too much. So this is not a good matchup for me at all. I know that was a crit, but it still did way too much. I did not expect it to do that much. And my Ice Beams aren't doing anything, not to mention that he's getting health back from the Drain Punch. So I'm gonna switch out of here right into my physical wall, that Weezing. It was actually the first time I was trying it out. I thought Weezing was gonna be a lot better in this gen, just because of fairies being weak to poison. So I thought fairies were gonna be running wild everywhere, but that's not the case at all. Besides the Zoomer and Gardevoir, you hardly ever see fairies. So yeah, Weezing's not as useful as I thought it was gonna be, but he's gonna Dragon Dance. I'm gonna go for that Will-O-Wisp. I did not want to predict anything at this point, and that burn's gonna help, except he has the Lumberry, so that really sucks. Now he's at +1 speed, +1 attack, and I can't do anything about it. So he's gonna go for the Crunch, and this is a max defense Weezing, and look how much that does. And I get the defense drop, which really sucks because I have the Clear Smog. So yeah, if it wasn't for that defense drop, I more than likely would have survived this Crunch. As you can see here, look at that HP bar, it's going down really slow. I more than likely would have survived it if it wasn't for the defense drop, just because I got in that Clear Smog. But yeah, Weezing kind of did nothing in this match, which really sucks. So I'm gonna go to Bandit because I know I'm faster, even after that +1. And I'm gonna go for Flamethrower, and it doesn't kill. Oh, actually, it wasn't at +1, never mind, because of the Clear Smog. But now he's gonna be at +1 because of the Dragon Dance. And I know I'm still faster, so I'm gonna go for Flamethrower again because Bandit doesn't play them games. And I'm gonna take that Caillou out. Sorry, Caillou. No swag over here. And he's gonna go for that Azumarill. And once again, I'm gonna be scared out by that Aqua Jet. So I'm gonna switch out. This thing cannot, well, it wasn't, it's Life Orb though. It's not the strongest choice beam, but I'm not sure if it would have been able to take it or not. So I'm gonna go into that Dialga, that nice shininess right there that I got off the GTS. And he's gonna switch out. So I don't know if he has the Aqua Jet at this point, because he's not going for it. I mean, they usually do. I've never seen one without one, but then again, I've never seen one with Power Punch. So he's gonna go into that Bean Net, which should have been dead. He's gonna go into that he's gonna use Will-O-Wisp. He's gonna burn my Dialga, which isn't a big deal at all because it's a special attacker. And I'm gonna Distrolish this thing with that Flash Cannon, that nice powerful Flash Cannon. And I'm gonna get the burn damage. Like I said, not a big deal. He's gonna go into that Purple Drink, that Nidoking, and I don't want to take an Earth Power right now. I know what Nidokings do. I like Nidoking a lot. I used to use one, I believe, last gen in Showdown. But anyway, he's gonna go for that Earth Power, and like I said, it's gonna miss because I'm Flying type. Get some nice leftovers, and I'm gonna go for that Ice Beam. Except he's faster, and I honestly didn't know that. I thought I would be faster. Like if you just look at them, I'm a bird. My nature is It has 31 AVs and speed and has good nature. I got lucky with my Articuno. But yeah, it's actually faster. It's kind of my fault for not checking. So I'm gonna go into an Infernape. That's like just to see, I guess. I don't know, because it didn't do shit. That Fire Punch didn't do anything, and that's Iron Fist. So probably gonna have to put Flare Blitz on that thing. A Choice Band wouldn't hurt either. Flare Blitz, Choice Band, it definitely would took it out. But here I'm gonna I got a nice little plan to win the match with Bandit. I'm gonna scare him out with my Bandit with the flamethrower because I'm obviously faster, and I'm gonna hit him off with that Sludge Bomb when he goes into his Zoom roll and take it out, because nobody ever predicts me to have Sludge Bomb. So I'm gonna go for the Sludge Bomb, but he stays in, which made absolutely no sense to me. I don't know. I mean, I asked him after the match what made him stay in, and he said at that point he didn't know what Houndooms did, and he just wanted to sack his Nido King. And yeah, that's what I get for over predicting. I mean, the whole entire match he was making good predictions, so I figured he would switch because that was definitely a dead Nido King. And I asked him if he knew I had the Sludge Bomb somehow, and he said no. People don't even realize that Houndoom can learn Sludge Bomb, and I have it just for, you know, that situation so that I can hit a Zoom roll and switch him. So Jammer's gonna win the game. That was a good game, Jammer. That staying on the Nido King was crazy, but hey, it won me the match, so whatever. Good game. So yeah, if he would have had switching to the Zoom roll like what usually happen, it would have gone down to the Sludge Bomb, and then Nido King would have lost a flamethrower, Whimsicott to a Sludge Bomb. So anyways, that was a good game, Jammer. I had some fun in it. Got to use my Dialga. It got a kill, so it was pretty fun. And got to see Lugia, which is not too bad. But Pokebank is out now, so of course everything's gonna be genned. So I'm gonna have some good, you know, I don't have to breed anymore, so I can actually have some different Pokemon. Well, first I gotta find a cartridge because my Black and White 2 are on ROMs, and with the ROMs you can't use Pokebank, but I'll figure it out. And I should have some more battles for you guys soon. Make sure you check out the other videos, like, comment, subscribe. And the question of the day is gonna be, what move do you think looked better in a previous gen? Like I said, I think Aeroblast looked sick in Gen 2, especially with the sound effects. And I don't really like the way that it looks ever since. Except for I like Gen 6 a little bit. But yeah, I digress. That's gonna be the question of the day. That's gonna be the battle. So make sure you guys check out the other videos like I said, and I should have something else for you guys soon.